As you might have heard by now, the King of Earth has cancer. But this is not a time for tears. This is time to act. As is tradition, it is now open season and the mantle is now up for grabs. This is my audition to take his place. Normally I would say that my accolades speak for themselves. But in this case, the role I'm auditioning for comes with great responsibility. As such, I will set my pride and ego aside for the duration of this video. I have always been a peculiar and exceptional man. At birth, I could form complete sentences, much to the surprise of everyone else in the hospital. By the age of 14, I had stood face to face with the Lord Almighty and informed him that he was in my seat. At age 16, I wrote and published my first book, The Epitome of Perfection, the step-by-step guide to being a great human being. A great book, and one that had a fantastically positive impact on millions of lives around the globe. I would later go on to write 3 additional books, filled with wondrous stories and ideas. I'm a man who has lived an exciting life, filled with diverse experiences. No one can relate to humanity more than I can. I've cuddled men. I've spoken to women and even been married. I've had a son. I've stepped into the shoes of others. I've lived many days as a horse. I've even been bacon. I've travelled. I've gone to the edge of the world and fallen off. I've been on TV, podcasts, national radio. I've been interviewed by celebrities. I've debated awful YouTubers. I've had impersonators. I've even confronted my own haters in the real world. I've made art. I've sung songs. I've gotten an R-word pass. People may say that I am a silly man, but I've undoubtedly given back to the world at every opportunity. I've kidnapped and scared sense into drug dealers. I've exposed fake countries. And in the future, I have even discovered time travel. If all of that is not enough for you, then what about the fact that I have stared death in the face? I've experienced oblivion, and I've come back from the dead. This is not a debate. There is nothing to consider. I am quite clearly the best choice to replace King Charles. Under my rule and tutelage, the planet will be better off than it has ever been. So spread this message far and wide. Take to the streets. Demand that Reynolds be instated as the new King of Earth.